Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're diving into the exciting world of vintage American coinage to uncover the secrets behind a small but mighty piece of U.S. history. A coin that many people overlook but could be worth a jaw-dropping amount if you happen to have the right one. We're talking about none other than the United States of America Roosevelt 1 dime from the year 1967. You might think of dimes as pocket change, but this particular coin has caught the attention of serious collectors all over the world for its fascinating details, rare errors, and surprising value, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. The Roosevelt dime has been a staple in American currency since 1946, honoring the legacy of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader remembered for his strength and leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. The 1967 Roosevelt dime was produced during a unique and transitional time in U.S. mint history. Just a couple of years earlier, in 1965, the mint had officially removed silver from circulating dimes due to rising silver prices. By 1967, dimes were fully composed of a clad mixture, a copper core with a nickel outer layer, and while millions of these coins were made for everyday use, certain versions from this year are far from ordinary. The United States Mint did not produce proof or mint set coins in 1967, instead issuing something called Special Mint Sets, SMS. These were meant to provide collectors with high-quality coins even during a time when the mint was trying to discourage hoarding. As a result, certain dimes from this year come with superior strikes and finishes, but what really makes the 1967 Roosevelt dime incredibly exciting are the minting errors and rare variants that have surfaced over time, sending values soaring for those lucky enough to discover them. So what exactly should collectors be looking for? One of the most notable and valuable features on a 1967 Roosevelt dime is a full band strike on the reverse torch, often referred to as full bands, FB. This term describes the sharply defined horizontal lines across the torch, and finding a 1967 dime with strong full bands is incredibly rare due to the mint's quality and striking process at the time. Dimes with these crisp details are often sought after in the highest grades, and the sharper the detail, the higher the demand. In addition to full bands, error coins from this year are truly what sets certain dimes apart. Some of the most valuable include off-center strikes, where the design is noticeably shifted away from the center of the coin, and double die errors, where parts of the design, like the date, motto, or Roosevelt's features, appear slightly doubled when viewed closely. These doubling effects happened when the die struck the coin more than once at slightly different angles, and while they're often hard to spot, collectors with sharp eyes and good magnification tools are constantly on the lookout for them. Another rare and highly desirable error is a clipped planchet, where a portion of the coin is missing because the blink wasn't properly cut before being struck. While this might look like damage to the untrained eye, it's actually a rare manufacturing flaw that increases a coin's value dramatically when authenticated by experts. Even more mysterious are wrong planchet strikes, where a dime design was accidentally struck on a different type of blank, such as a penny or foreign coin blank, creating a one-of-a-kind rarity that collectors go wild for. The condition of your coin plays a critical role in determining its value. Most dimes from 1967 will be heavily circulated and show signs of wear. But if you find one in near-perfect mint state condition, especially with an error or a full band strike, you could be looking at a coin that is worth much more than 10 cents. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC use a scale from 1 to 70, and anything over MS65 with rare features or errors can fetch a premium. A top-grade 1967 dime with a known error or rare strike can command stunning prices at auction. In recent years, there have been a number of impressive sales that prove just how valuable a 1967 Roosevelt dime can be. Coins featuring strong full bands, paired with unique minting errors, have been snapped up by collectors and investors alike. The demand for error coins has skyrocketed as more collectors become aware of their scarcity and long-term value. There are only so many of these rare examples out there, and with every new discovery, the competition gets fiercer and the prices go higher. Now here's what you've been waiting for, the big reveal. If you happen to own a 1967 Roosevelt one dime that features a rare minting error such as a double die, off-center strike, or clipped planchet, and it is in top-grade uncirculated condition with full bands, then your coin could be worth a mind-blowing $92,000. Yes, you heard that right, $92,000 for a 10-cent piece that most people wouldn't think twice about. That's the magic of coin collecting. Hidden gems that could turn everyday finds into life-changing discoveries. So now's the time to go through your old coin jars, check those dusty rolls in the back of your drawer, and take a closer look at every Roosevelt dime from 1967 that you come across. Grab a magnifier, inspect the edges, study the details, and keep your eyes peeled for those full bands or striking anomalies. And if you think you've found something special, consider having it graded by a professional service to truly unlock its full value. Have you ever come across a 1967 Roosevelt dime with a unique feature or mint error? We want to hear your story. Drop a comment below and let us know what you found, or if you have any questions about your collection, don't hesitate to ask. We're building a community of passionate collectors just like you, and we're here to support one another in discovering the next big find. Second rare coin. We're talking about the United States of America Roosevelt one dime from 1980 with the D mint mark, a coin that, under the right conditions, could fetch a jaw-dropping amount of money. So buckle in, because this little dime has a big story to tell. The Roosevelt dime series began in 1946 as a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who led the country through the Great Depression and World War II. His portrait, showing strength and dignity, remains a staple of American coinage and a favorite among collectors. Fast forward to 1980. This was a time when the U.S. Mint was producing millions of coins every year to meet growing demand. The Denver Mint, represented by the D mint mark, produced countless dimes in 1980, making them seem ordinary to most people. But here's the twist. Some of these 1980 D Roosevelt dimes are anything but ordinary, and if you have one with the right features, it could be extremely valuable. What transforms a common dime into a collectible treasure worth thousands of dollars? The answer lies in a combination of rare minting errors and exceptional condition. You see, during the coin production process, sometimes unexpected mistakes happen, and these mistakes, known as mint errors, are what truly set some coins apart from the rest. The 1980 D Roosevelt dime is no exception. Among all the dimes produced that year, only a few were struck with significant errors that collectors absolutely love to find. One of the most desirable features collectors hunt for in this coin is a strong full band strike on the reverse side. That's the torch, with its detailed horizontal bands clearly separated and fully defined. Full bands indicate that the coin was struck with enough pressure and precision to bring out even the tiniest details, and in the 1980 D series, finding a dime with perfect full bands is much rarer than you might think. Combine that with an error like doubling or off-center strikes, and you've got something truly exceptional in your hands. Now let's talk about some of the minting errors you should be looking for. One of the most valuable and talked about errors is the double die error, where the coin is struck more than once, but slightly misaligned. This causes parts of the design, like Roosevelt's profile, the words Liberty, or the date, to appear doubled when you look closely. These are highly sought after and can drastically increase a coin's value. Then there's the off-center strike, where the design appears shifted to one side, often leaving a blank crescent-shaped area on the coin. The more dramatic the misalignment, the higher the value, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible. Another rare error includes clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing because the metal blank was not properly cut during production. These can look like a bite has been taken out of the coin, and while it might seem like damage, a genuine clipped planchet is a valuable and collectible error. There's also the very exciting wrong planchet error, which happens when a dime design is struck on a different metal blank, such as a penny planchet. These are incredibly rare and can fetch extremely high prices when authenticated. Of course, none of these factors mean much without considering the overall condition of the coin. The grading scale used by professionals ranges from 1 to 70, and coins that are graded MS65 or higher, meaning mint state and nearly flawless, are considered premium by collectors. A 1980 D Roosevelt dime with a mint error and a high grade becomes a collector's dream. Coins like this are almost impossible to find in everyday circulation now, which only drives up demand and value in the market. Recent auction records have shown just how hot the market is for Roosevelt dimes with rare errors and top grades. Collectors are paying serious money for coins once considered common, all because of subtle details that most people overlook. The 1980 D dime, with its sharp details and potential for unique errors, has gained a strong reputation in the coin collecting world, and it's only getting more popular as new discoveries surface. This coin is a perfect example of how attention to detail and a bit of luck can turn a pocketful of change into something truly extraordinary. So, here comes the exciting part. If you happen to own a 1980 D Roosevelt 1 dime that features a rare error such as a double die, off-center strike, or wrong planchet, and it has been preserved in exceptionally high mint state condition with full bands, you could be holding a coin worth an astonishing $50,000. Yes, you heard that right, $50,000 for a 10-cent coin that most people would never give a second glance. But now that you know what to look for, you just might be the next lucky collector to uncover one of these treasures. Now is the perfect time to start going through your old coin collections, checking those forgotten jars, or visiting your local banks and coin dealers to see what 1980 D dimes might be hiding in plain sight. Look closely at every detail: the strike quality, the reverse bands, the edge, and any unusual markings. And if you think you've found something that stands out, consider submitting your coin to a trusted grading service for verification and value assessment. Have you ever come across a 1980 D dime that looked unusual or had something special about it? Do you think you might have a valuable Roosevelt dime in your collection? We'd love to hear your story. Leave a comment below and share your experience with the community. And don't forget to ask any questions you might have about identifying, preserving, or grading your coins. Our channel is all about helping collectors learn, grow, and discover the hidden value of the coins they already own. Third expensive coin, we're talking about the United States of America Roosevelt 1 dime from the year 2005 with the P mint mark, struck in Philadelphia. This unassuming 10-cent piece is turning heads in the coin collecting world for all the right reasons: unique features, rare errors, and surprising market value that makes it a must-watch for collectors and enthusiasts alike. The Roosevelt dime has been a proud part of U.S. coinage since 1946, created to honor the legacy of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who led the country with strength and determination through some of the most difficult times in American history. His portrait remains on the dime to this day, but what makes certain years, like 2005, stand out are the specific production quirks, the strike quality, and the rare mistakes that occurred at the U.S. Mint during manufacturing. And that's exactly what gives some 2005 P dimes a major leap in collector value. Now, let's talk about what makes the 2005 P Roosevelt dime so fascinating. While millions of dimes were produced at the Philadelphia Mint that year, only a very small number came out with rare minting errors that make them incredibly valuable today. These aren't just your average coins, they're pieces of minting history, and if you know what to look for, you might just discover one hiding in your coin jar, pocket, or collection. One of the most exciting and collectible features of this coin is the full torch or full bands designation. If you flip the coin over and look at the torch on the reverse side, focus on the horizontal bands that wrap around the torch. If they appear fully struck, separated, and sharp, that means the coin has what collectors call full bands. These are harder to find and are highly sought after, especially in coins that were never meant for collector sets. Combine that with flawless surfaces and no wear, and you're looking at a coin that can rise in value dramatically. But what truly launches the 2005 P Roosevelt dime into the world of elite collectibles are minting errors. These are fascinating mistakes that happen during the production process, and they're always exciting to discover. One rare error that has been spotted in this series is the double die obverse, a condition where the date, lettering, or even parts of Roosevelt's face appear doubled when viewed closely under magnification. This is caused by a misalignment in the die during the striking process and is a key trait that drives collectors wild. Another incredible error to keep an eye out for is the off-center strike, where the design is not properly centered on the coin. These can vary in severity, but coins that are significantly off-center while still showing the full date and mint mark are incredibly desirable. And then there are the clipped planchets, where a part of the coin looks like it's been clipped or bitten off. These aren't damage, they're actual minting errors caused by misfeeds during the coin blank cutting process. The rarer the error, the more valuable your coin becomes. Condition, of course, is absolutely critical when determining a coin's worth. A rare error is fantastic, but when combined with high mint state grades, typically MS65 and above, the value can skyrocket. Coins that show no signs of wear, have perfect luster, sharp details, and brilliant surfaces are graded by services like PCGS and NGC and then auctioned for serious amounts of money. These organizations give the coin a grade that can turn a 10-cent piece into a serious investment opportunity. The coin market has seen increased interest in modern-era coins, and Roosevelt dimes are no exception. In fact, recent auctions have revealed a growing trend of collectors paying premium prices for high-grade modern dimes with rare errors. Some of these 2005 P dimes have been sold by major auction houses and online dealers for unexpected amounts, especially when backed by solid grading and authentication. That's a big reason why it's more important than ever to check your pocket change and collection for those subtle, valuable details. Now, let's get to the part that has everyone on the edge of their seat. How much can a 2005 P Roosevelt 1 dime be worth if it has all the right features? If your coin has one of these rare minting errors, along with full bands on the reverse, and is graded in exceptional mint state condition, then it could be worth a staggering $11,000. Yes, $11,000 for a single 10-cent piece that most people don't even think twice about. That's the thrill of coin collecting, the idea that a small detail could lead to a major discovery. So here's your call to action. Go through your coins, especially those 2005 Roosevelt dimes with the P mint mark from Philadelphia. Get a magnifying glass, study the bands on the torch, look closely at the date and lettering for signs of doubling, and inspect the edge for clipping or misalignment. You never know when you might come across a dime that could change your life, or at least earn you a whole lot more than 10 cents, and we want to hear from you. Have you come across a Roosevelt dime that looks a little different? Have you spotted doubling, an off-center strike, or a rare reverse? Drop your experience in the comments below. This is a community of passionate collectors, and every story or discovery adds to the knowledge and excitement we all share. If you have questions about grading, errors, or coin value, let us know. We're always happy to help fellow enthusiasts on their coin journey. Especially, we're talking about the United States of America Roosevelt 1 dime from the year 1977. It may only be 10 cents on the surface, but if you have the right version, this tiny coin could be worth an incredible amount. So stay with us, because this coin story is full of surprises. The Roosevelt Dime series has been around since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his leadership and the legacy of the March of Dimes. These dimes have seen many changes over the decades, but some years, like 1977, have become legendary in the eyes of collectors for the rare gems that surface through minting errors, die varieties, and exceptional condition. It's these rare combinations that elevate a standard 1977 dime into the elite category of collectible coins with massive value. The year 1977 was part of a time when coin production in the United States was running at full speed. Millions of dimes were struck at various mints, with the majority used for daily circulation. Most people wouldn't look twice at a 1977 Roosevelt dime, and that's exactly what makes it so exciting, because it means that rare and valuable examples could still be sitting unnoticed in coin jars, collections, or even loose change. But to find one of the valuable ones, you have to know exactly what to look for. So, what is it that transforms a regular 1977 dime into something extraordinary? It's all about the errors and die varieties, those unique traits that happen when something goes slightly off during the minting process. One of the most sought-after features collectors love is a double die obverse, where parts of the coin's design, like the word Liberty, the date 1977, or even Roosevelt's profile, appear to be doubled under close inspection. These errors are subtle, but when confirmed by grading experts, they can add huge value to a coin. Another rare and exciting error that has been found in 1977 dimes is the off-center strike. This happens when the blank coin or planchet isn't properly centered during the strike, causing the design to shift and sometimes leave part of the coin blank. The most valuable off-center strikes are the ones where both the date and the mint mark are still visible, despite the misalignment. These coins are always in demand because they're visually striking and incredibly unique. And let's not forget about the clipped planchet errors, where a portion of the coin is missing, usually in a clean crescent shape, due to the blank being improperly cut. These clipped dimes look dramatic and unusual, making them instant conversation pieces in any collection. Genuine clipped coins from 1977, especially when certified by grading services, are highly collectible and extremely rare. There are also known examples of die cracks, where raised lines appear on the coin from fractures in the die. These two can make a coin stand out and attract the attention of experienced collectors. Beyond errors, strike quality and condition are critical in determining a coin's value. One feature that serious collectors hunt for is the full band's designation on the reverse torch. When the horizontal bands across the torch are fully struck and clearly defined, it shows that the coin was struck with optimal pressure and precision, a rarity in circulated coins. Dimes from 1977 with full bands, no wear, brilliant luster, and strong detail can command premium prices when submitted to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Grading plays a massive role in a coin's market value. Coins that are in mint state condition, meaning they show no signs of wear and have been well preserved since the time they were struck, are much more valuable than those that have been in circulation. The grading scale goes from 1 to 70, and coins graded MS65 or higher with a rare error or full bands can sell for thousands. Some 1977 dimes in pristine condition have shocked the collecting world with how high they've sold at auction. Speaking of auctions, let's talk about market trends. In recent years, Roosevelt dimes from the 1970s, particularly with confirmed mint errors and high grades, have become extremely desirable. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for the rarest examples, and online auction platforms have seen bidding wars erupt over seemingly common coins. The buzz around 1977 Roosevelt dimes has only grown, especially as more error coins from this year have been discovered and authenticated. And with only so many of these gems existing in high condition, their value is only going up. Now here's the part you've been waiting for. Just how much can a 1977 Roosevelt 1 dime be worth if it has the right combination of features? If your coin has a rare error, such as a double die, an off-center strike, or a clipped planchet, and it's in exceptional mint state condition with full bands, then you could be holding a coin worth a jaw-dropping $60,000. That's right, $60,000 for a 10-cent coin that could easily go unnoticed in someone's pocket change. This is what makes coin collecting so thrilling, the idea that a fortune could be hiding in plain sight. So don't underestimate your old change, especially those Roosevelt dimes from the 1970s. Get yourself a magnifying glass or loupe, look closely at the date, the lettering, the bands on the reverse torch, and inspect the edges for unusual shapes or features. If anything seems out of the ordinary, it's worth researching, and if it seems truly rare, get it professionally graded. The investment is small compared to the potential payoff. Have you come across a Roosevelt dime from 1977 that looks different? Maybe it has a bold strike, unusual doubling, or a clipped edge. Share your story in the comments. We'd love to hear what you've found. And if you have any questions about identifying errors or getting your coin graded, feel free to drop your questions below. Our coin collecting community is growing every day, and we're here to help each other on this exciting journey. Next coin, we are talking about the United States of America 1 dime Barber from the year 1894. This isn't just any old coin. This is a piece of history, a work of art, and a rare collectible that could be worth a massive fortune if you're lucky enough to find one in the right condition. The Barber dime, named after its designer Charles E. Barber, was minted from 1892 to 1916. It featured the classical Liberty head design on the obverse and a laurel wreath on the reverse, and while many dates in the Barber series are collectible, 1,894 stands above them all, especially because of the infamous San Francisco mintage that gave birth to one of the rarest coins ever produced in the United States. But even across all mint marks from that year, the 1894 Barber dime holds a powerful place in the hearts of collectors and historians alike. The story of the 1894 Barber dime is filled with mystery, rumors, and legend. It's widely believed that only 24 dimes were minted in San Francisco that year. Yes, just 24 coins, and those were possibly struck as gifts for bankers or high-profile individuals, or simply to balance the mint's accounting books. Over time, most of those coins vanished, and today only a small handful are known to exist, with just a few confirmed to be in private collections or museums. That's what makes this coin so extraordinary. Its extreme rarity and unmatched mystique make it one of the most desirable coins in the world, even outside of the ultra-rare 1894 S dime. The 1894 Barber dime from other mints like Philadelphia still holds great value, particularly if it comes with unique features, minting errors, or exceptional grade condition. So let's talk about what you should be looking for if you ever come across an 1894 Barber dime, because the details are absolutely crucial. One of the most fascinating aspects collectors hunt for is die varieties, small changes or differences in the dies that produce the coin, such as repunched mint marks, RPMs, die cracks, or even double dies. Where parts of the design show doubling due to misalignment during minting, coins with die cracks are highly collectible because they show a glimpse into the minting process. Imagine holding a coin in your hand and seeing a raised line that was caused by a literal crack in the metal die that struck it. It's like holding a frozen moment of minting history. There are also planchet errors, where the blank coin wasn't properly prepared before striking, leading to missing design elements, weak strikes, or unusual surfaces. These features increase the coin's rarity and drive its desirability even higher among collectors. Condition, as always, is one of the most important factors in determining the true value of an 1894 Barber dime. Coins that have survived more than a century without being worn down by circulation are incredibly rare. A coin in mint state condition, especially with a certification from top-tier grading services like PCGS or NGC, will command the highest prices. Collectors look for coins with sharp detail, strong luster, and a clean surface, and if that's paired with a known error or a limited mintage, you've got something truly special in your collection. Let's not forget about the market trends that surround this legendary coin. The 1894 S Barber dime, in particular, has shattered records at auctions, with some pieces selling for hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars depending on condition and provenance. Even more common 1894 dimes from Philadelphia can reach jaw-dropping prices if they feature rare characteristics or are preserved in near-perfect state. Every year, collectors and investors alike keep their eyes on this coin, waiting for the next one to appear, because the opportunity to own a coin from this legendary year doesn't come often. Now let's talk about value, the moment you've been waiting for. If you come across a United States 1894 Barber dime and it's in high-grade mint state condition, possibly with a rare error like a die crack, repunched mint mark, or off-center strike, you could be holding a coin worth an astonishing $100,000. That's right, $100,000 for a dime that, to the untrained eye, might look like just another antique coin, but to collectors, it's a crown jewel of American numismatics. So, here's your mission if you have old coins passed down from relatives. If you've bought antique coin lots, or if you're a metal detectorist out searching for hidden treasures, be on the lookout for an 1894 Barber dime. Study the design details, check the condition, and if anything seems unusual, don't hesitate to get it professionally appraised or graded. The payoff could be unbelievable, and you could be adding your name to the legendary story of this historic coin. We want to hear from you. Have you ever come across a Barber dime in your collection? Do you have a family heirloom that might include one of these rare coins? Drop a comment below and share your story with our amazing coin collecting community. And if you have any questions about how to spot errors, how to grade your coin, or where to sell a rare find, we're here to help guide you through the process. Last unique coin, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American currency, the United States of America 1 dime from 1991, minted in Philadelphia. At first glance, this may seem like a common modern coin, but listen carefully because this particular dime has some remarkable features and rare varieties that have turned it into a highly sought-after treasure among collectors. If you think all modern coins are ordinary, prepare to be surprised, as the 1991 P dime holds secrets that can make it incredibly valuable. The 1991 Philadelphia dime was produced in large quantities, but what makes certain specimens stand out is the presence of minting errors and unique characteristics that elevate them far beyond face value. Among the most notable features collectors hunt for are doubling errors, known as double dies, where parts of the design appear doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. These errors can occur on the date, the lettering, or even Liberty's profile, turning an otherwise everyday coin into a rare collectible. Identifying such doubling requires a sharp eye and a good magnifying glass, but the payoff is well worth the effort. Another highly prized variety in the 1991 P dime is the presence of die cracks, small raised lines on the coin's surface caused by a cracked die striking the blink. These tiny imperfections reveal a lot about the minting process and add a layer of uniqueness that collectors can't resist. Coins with prominent die cracks tend to command higher prices because each crack tells a story, essentially making every error coin a one-of-a-kind piece. The 1991 P dime has been known to exhibit some of these fascinating cracks, making it a prized find for anyone lucky enough to own one. Condition plays a vital role in the value of this coin, and as always, collectors seek out specimens that are as close to mint state as possible. The 1991 dime, if found in uncirculated condition with its original luster intact, will instantly attract premium offers. Grading by reputable companies such as PCGS or NGC is highly recommended to authenticate the coin's condition and error status. Coins graded as MS65 or higher tend to be the most valuable, especially if the errors are sharp and clearly visible. This combination of rarity, condition, and error type creates an exciting and competitive market for the 1991 Philadelphia dime. Recent auction results have shown a surge in demand for error coins from this era, and the 1991 P dime has been no exception. Some specimens with rare doubling or unusual die cracks have sold for thousands of dollars, fueling enthusiasm among collectors and investors alike. These auction sales demonstrate the growing recognition and appreciation for modern era coins as legitimate and highly collectible pieces of numismatic history. It's a great time to explore your collection or the coin market to see if you might uncover one of these hidden gems. If you happen to own a 1991 Philadelphia dime, it's worth taking a closer look. Examine the date, lettering, and Liberty's profile for any signs of doubling or anomalies. Look for raised lines that might indicate die cracks or other imperfections. If you spot something unusual, don't hesitate to have it evaluated by a professional grader or an experienced numismatist. These coins are flying off the shelves and collectors are eager to find examples in the best condition with the most striking errors. This coin's rising popularity means that it's becoming a cornerstone for collectors who specialize in modern errors and varieties. Its relatively recent minting date means it's accessible to many collectors, yet the presence of rare errors makes it a standout in any collection. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, the 1991 P dime offers a fantastic opportunity to own a piece of contemporary numismatic history that could grow significantly in value over time. Now for the exciting part, the value. If you possess a 1991 Philadelphia dime that is uncirculated and features one of these sought-after errors like a double die or prominent die cracks, you could be holding a coin worth an incredible $40,000. Yes, that's right, $40,000 for a dime minted just a few decades ago. It's a testament to how a small error or variation can turn an everyday coin into a stunning treasure that captivates collectors around the world. We'd love to hear from you. Have you ever found a 1991 P dime with interesting features in your collection? Or maybe you've come across other modern era coins that took you by surprise. Share your stories and questions in the comments below. Let's build a community where we can all learn and grow our collections together. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest rare coin discoveries and tips. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy collecting. May your coin hunt lead you to amazing finds like the 1991 Philadelphia dime.